Hello. So this video is, can you mistake thirst for hunger? This is an article I actually read from a dietitian I like. It's part of her blog. So it says, you've probably heard before that our bodies can confuse hunger with thirst, but is this true? In this blog post, we go over a difference between thirst and hunger, as well as give you tips on how to differentiate. Yeah, sorry, a little tongue twisted there. Between them. But before we dive into how to differentiate between the two, between thirst and hunger, we have to discuss them separately first. So, signs of thirst. Water accounts for about 1/2 to 2/3 of our body's weight. Staying hydrated is one of the most important things we can do to keep our bodies functioning well and allow us to feel good too. We are consistently losing and obtaining water throughout the day. This is called water balance. Our bodies are striving to balance this intake and loss to keep us healthy. Many mechanisms exist to keep this balance, one of those things being thirst. Thirst can be described as a sensation that initiates and signals us that we need some fluids. When we need water, nerve centers are stimulated in the brain, which produce the thirst sensation. Research has shown that the sensation gets stronger when our need for water increases. Some common signs of thirst are a dry mouth and throat, feeling sluggish, headaches, and more. On the more severe end, when we don't get enough water, we might experience dehydration. Symptoms of dehydration are lightheadedness, confusion, and loss of concentration. So then we move on to signs of hunger. Hunger can be defined as a craving or urgent need for food. Many things regulate appetite, but hormones play a huge role in it. Ghrelin, I think is how you pronounce that one, promotes food anticipation and motivation for food, then signals your brain that it's time to eat, which makes us receive those feelings, physical feelings of hunger. Physical feelings of hunger can range from person to person. Some of these feelings can be in your stomach, feeling empty, your stomach is growling, headache, mood changes, and a lot more. So can you mistake hunger for thirst? It is possible to mistake hunger and thirst. Sometimes feeling of dehydration, headache, fatigue, can be mistaken for feelings of hunger. But the dietitian here has found that the more she practiced intuitive eating instead of dieting, she's able to differentiate between the two, but it takes practice. I myself have been trying to practice this as well. I haven't gotten it perfect yet, but I've been trying. So, however, the idea that you can mistake the two could potentially be harmful, and think people could take it too far and use it as a way to suppress appetite. If you are unable to truly listen to your body, such as what can happen with consistent dieting, you may actually inadequately nourish your body, which can lead to overeating. So, how can you tell the difference? So she mentions how it's really, some of the signs between hunger and thirst are really similar, making it difficult to distinguish between the two. So when you have those feelings, it might be helpful to consider, when was the last time I drank anything? Has it been a while? When did I eat last? Has it been a while? It can be fun to think of this as an experiment. So try doing this. If you think you might be hungry but haven't had anything to drink, sure. Try having something water first. Then ask yourself if you're feeling satisfied. If yes, then maybe you were just thirsty. If not, then now you know what hunger versus thirst feels like. Ask the same question when it comes to hunger. Has it been a while since you've had food? If so, you're probably hungry. Now, that isn't to say you can't be hungry soon after eating. It totally happens. It's just an initial question to ask yourself. So, and the more you practice this experiment, the more better you will be to distinguish between the two clearly. So basically what she's saying here is, when you're having those feelings like you could be hungry or thirsty, stop and be like, when was the last time I ate? Is that it? Or when was the last time I drank anything? So if it's like been a while since you drank anything, try having some water. If that doesn't satisfy you, then have a small snack. So how to strengthen the thirst cues. Strengthening thirst cues can take some practice and even mindfulness. You can try practicing the experiment above to get yourself started, and even use some mindful eating exercises you can do. So there was one study that compared hydration states to those who followed a schedule of drinking and those who hydrated only when feeling thirsty. The results show that there was no significant difference in hydration status. In a resting state, it is adequate to trust our thirst sensation enough to hydrate us. So there's no need to guzzle gallons on gallons daily. This goes into a little bit of how much water do I need. I've talked about that before. Now the recommendation for water you drink, our bodies also get 20% of our body needs through our food sources. So yes, food does contain water. But the current recommendation is half your body weight in ounces. So if you want to increase your water intake, you can try adding some flavor. So you can add some fresh strawberries, kiwi, blueberries, cucumber, lemon into there. Keep a water bottle wherever you go. This makes it easier to take sips throughout the day. Find a cute water bottle that you love to look at. Be aware of going long periods without offering yourself water. Experiment with water temperatures. One study showed that cold water alleviated thirst quicker than room temperature water. You can also try journaling about your thoughts and experiences when you notice you're thirsty, what satisfies that thirst, and how did you feel when you were hydrated versus not. This can help with intrinsic motivation. So that's it for this video. Thank you for watching.